Hi guys, so this is a walkthrough video to tell you kind of where everything is and to help you maneuver through the course. So this is what you'll see when you get into the class itself. You could see this is the name of the class and then your announcement will be here, and I'll try to put these up weekly, but basically this information that I have here you can find in the syllabus. And so you see that there's a week 1 announcement. It says with video. So it tells you basically everything that's here and what's due. So you're going to want to print the syllabus and watch the syllabus review video, and it'll tell you when it's due. This that I'm doing right now is this how the course works video, and when you should have that done. You're going to print, sign, and return the lab safety agreement. You won't be able to come into the lab after Thursday if you don't have that into me. The discussion 1, that's your personal introduction. It tells you when it's due on Friday. And then introduction to mastering A&P is due on Friday. And then the chapter 6 dynamic study modules, which is over endocrine system, and the lesson 1 homework. And then this is the pre-lab that we are going to, that you are going to turn in on Thursday. And then if you want to watch it, you just click on here. It's going to download. You hit it, and then you can watch the small video.
Hi guys, Dr. Brazier here.
So that's how your announcements work, and they'll be there weekly. Now, let's go to the course and actually see what the course looks like. Now, to let you guys know, the entire class is done. So there is absolutely everything is there for you to see and do. So everything for this class is completely functional and ready for you to go. So you're going to start here with this introduction to course. And this is a module telling you what you should do. So it says watch the welcome video to put a name with the face. Print out the syllabus and watch the syllabus video. I won't respond to emails in which you can find the answer in the syllabus. So keep that in mind. Sign up for the online homework in the book site. Complete the extra credit module on how to use the program. Watch the course walkthrough, which is what I'm doing right now. This will show you how the class is designed and where to find assignments and such. Complete your personal introduction for extra credit. The only program that I'll allow that's acceptable is Animoto. And please read the directions and follow for the full credit. And then you'll go to laboratory information and you'll print out the lab safety. You'll read it, you'll sign it, and you'll bring this to class to submit it. And then I'm asking you just to go through the student success site. So when you go through here, you'll hit on the welcome, and it says watch this to get an introduction to your instructor. So you just click it. It'll open this video for you. Sometimes it'll take a few minutes depending on how fast your
Dr. Brazier here with a welcome video. I just wanted to tell you guys, hello.
So that is the welcome video, and oh, that's awful. You'll want to watch it because it'll kind of tell you a little tidbit on things that are important and how things are going to work. You can go to the syllabus here, and this, if you hit, it'll pull it up, and you can pull it up like this, or you can print it out. I suggest you print it out, and I have the video that goes along with this. So if you go back, you print it out. It is 14 pages. You can look on here, and it's going to get to the YouTube site.
Hi guys, so this is...
And it's about 56 minutes, but it goes through the syllabus in excessive detail, for which I will not be doing when we go into class on Tuesday. So let's go back here. And as you go through, you'll notice it checks it. So let's go to the mastering information. So you can go here. And that is the handout that tells you how to sign up for the class. And basically it's as easy as this, and I will show you. If you click on here, it tells you what the course ID is. So when it asks you to sign up, you're going to put this, and you're just going to click here. And on mine, it's already linked, but on this page, instead of it showing this, it's going to ask you to sign up, and it's going to ask for that course ID that I just showed you where that was. So once you get it signed up and everything's fine, then you can go in, you can go back here And if you see, this is the link that you're going to want to use to sign up for it. And this is the link that you can use at any time when you want full access. If you click on this, you'll notice it'll go straight to the actual, and this is because I'm the instructor, it's going to look like this, but it'll look kind of similar, but it'll show you all the different assignments and everything else. And if you notice, there's already assignment there. So that's going to be due on Friday. So you can do it straight from there, or you can do the very first extra credit assignment. You can see, and it's right here. So you can click straight to it, and it's going to ask you a few questions. And so basically how this works is, for all the homework, it works just like this, just so that you know. It's going to have a question. You're going to read it. You can answer it. I'm just going to submit. And it's going to tell me that I'm incorrect. And it's going to give you more attempts. And every single time you go to answer this, instead of it taking all the points that this question's worth out, it'll take small fractions of the point, and it'll just allow you to go, and then it tells you you're correct, and you can go through like that. And they tell you what each one is worth there. So like I said, if you look here, your score is 33%. You got some of the points taken off, but you were able to get some of them correct. And you can see that they said initially, instead of losing the full points, you only lost 33 for getting it wrong once. So that's how the homework works. So that's a little just quick extra credit assignment to teach you how to use that. Now the class structure, which is what you're watching right now, is here. And just for any dates that I say or anything, just look for your own syllabus. And then this is your personal introduction. And this is, you're going to use Animoto. So you can sign up. I'd suggest if you have something like Facebook that you can sign up there. And I will make a separate video later to show you how to actually utilize that program. I've already gone through myself and made one. And so if you want to get some kind of ideas on basically what you can put, you can go in there and you can look. I've put my own music. You can add music to it if you want, or you can keep the music that there is. I use this background because essentially it has the longest. This you have to make between 3 and 5 minutes, and you are going to watch 3 other students and respond to theirs. And please use this program. You can add videos to it, but I do not want you to record a whole video of you talking. I want to actually see pictures of things that you're interested in, or you doing things, or what you want to major in, or your family, or your cats, or your dogs. We want it to be able to see what your life really looks like. And what you do is you go in here, you're going to start a thread, and in there you're going to write your name, and then you are just going to copy the link to your video and post it here. So that's how that's going to work. And like I said, I will put directions on how to utilize Animoto. So that gets you through to the, basically through the intro. And what else you're going to be doing this week? Oh, let me show you this. This is the student success information. So there's a link on how to use your textbook and how to use it correctly and how to study for anatomy without losing your sanity. And then there's these different worksheets that are in here that can help you with things like time management, your learning style, assessing your study place and the different kinds of study strategies, how, if you like to do group studying, how to actually make it work, how to study for exams. all of those. And then there's also what's known as Upswing Online Tutoring. So this is through Lone Star College, and you can basically sign in with your Lone Star email address and password, and you can get tutoring at home for free. And you can watch some of the videos on there and how to schedule them, but they're actual people that will come and work with you on homework or if you don't understand something. Now, the Student Communication Forum is a forum that if you don't understand something or you're having problems but you don't want to contact me, you can start a thread. So you just start a thread with the question you want to ask, and then just give a bit more detail. And then you can just post here. So that's how those work. I never check that. So don't ask me questions. If you have a question you want to ask me, you're going to go up here, or you can go to the email link and actually find me in the list of students. I'm going to go back. You don't need to see all the different emails I have, but you can go and find me in the list of people and students and contact me directly. If you're ready to actually look at the book, if you didn't want to buy an actual textbook, the Pearson eText can be found there, and it'll load, and you just have to give it a few moments, but it will end up opening up sometimes. There it goes. And so this is all the different pages that you can go to read. Now within that area too, I've put a study area. So if you want to get things like flashcards or art and labeling or practice tests or quizzes or any of the movies or interactive physiology activities or any lab tools or anything, you can go into the study area and utilize that. So now let's go and look at your laboratory information. So here, guys, what you have is here is the lab safety agreement that you need to print out. And like I said, I want you to print it out on one page, front and back. I do not want 2 pages. The lab manager cannot take a 2-page document. It has to be on one page. And so you just take it. This is what it looks like. You read through it. You sign the course name and date, the instructor, which is Brazier, the campus, which is University Park, your name, you print it, you sign and date. If you are under the age of 18, you have to have your parent's signature. And I need this by this Thursday. If you can give it to me on Tuesday, that would be absolutely fantastic. But if you can't, you have to have it to me by Thursday. Now within here, if you don't have the lab manual the very first week, I do provide the lab that you can print out on your own here. And this gives you everything you need for that first lab. Now, I cannot provide any more than the first lab because of let me get back in here. Because of copyright infringement. So please make sure that you are being very proactive and you're getting the lab manual. And then for the rest of the semester, we have 3 lab tests and the reviews are in here. So you can just click them, print them out, and then you could even bring these to class if you wanted to, so that you could go through them and kind of highlight stuff in your handouts or in your lab manual as you go through, so you know what I'm going to be asking about. So that's the lab area. So now let's go into the lesson 1, endocrine system. So each lesson is set up like this. It's going to tell you what chapters to read, which is chapter 16, and it's going to tell you what assignments are due. So in Mastering A&P, you're going to find chapter 16, dynamic study modules, homework lesson 1, and these are due Sunday, April 7th, 2019 at 11:59. Now, for some of these, they have only 3. Some will have 4 or 5, depending on the lesson. But if you look, I've gone and found helpful videos from people that are outside of me. For instance, there's a mixture, so you can look. Most of these I've looked and found, and they're through either Crash Course or there's actually 2 or 3 different people that I use. So you can go through there and you can watch them and you can get a good idea of information presented in a slightly different way than I will. Now, if you go to the second thing where it says lab PowerPoint, you'll notice 2 things. There's a lab PowerPoint lecture that you can download. It'll show you up here, but this never quite gives you the right format. So I would download these and I would print them out. And I would print them out in a way that it is 4 per page. And then you can actually write your notes on it. And then for some of these, not all of the lectures, but for quite a few of them, I do have videos. So you can just sit there and you can watch them. And as you can see,
we're going to be talking about the endocrine system. In this lecture, we're going to compare endocrine and exocrine glands. We're going to look at how endocrine glands break.
So I don't do reviews. If you took me for A&P 1, I kind of do a process that helps you to learn how to make reviews. And basically what I say is my PowerPoint and my notes and my PowerPoint lecture videos are kind of my review. I do not go over every single thing that's in the book. So this is a good place to start to figure out what kind of questions I'm going to ask on examinations. Now, if you go to the very bottom past this, then you'll get to see all your assignments. So I have them set up where you do the brief dynamic study modules first. You do your lesson homework. That lesson homework that's there is the one I already explained how it worked, that you get the extra credit assignment. And then there are for each lesson a chance to earn a point extra credit by doing adaptive follow-up modules. They're due on the same day as your lesson homework is due. So I would probably get these done if you want to do those extra credit study modules early. And they're adapted because what they're going to do is they're going to look at the stuff that you missed in this lecture homework that's here, and they're going to ask you additional questions on that to help clear up any misconceptions. And so these are made just for you. Now let's look at the brief dynamic study module so you can get an idea of how these work. So you just click on it and it's going to open up here. And so what's going to happen is it's going to ask you questions. And so basically, endocrinology involves the study of endocrine organs and you're like, I'm not really sure. It could be hormones. And so this is if you click it once, if you are unsure, click it twice if you're sure. So this one I'm going to say, okay, I am really sure that it's this. Let me submit this. And then it's going to say, congratulations, you just completed your first question. And do you see how it's dark green like that? That means you got it correct and you're going to move on to the next question. And then it says, identify the elements of direct gene activation by a lipid-soluble hormone indicated by B. And so if I go and I look at the answers, I can go, So we are asking, identify the element of direct gene activation by a lipid-soluble hormone directed by B. So I'm not really sure what this is. So I'm going to go and go, maybe it could be that. Or maybe it could be this one. I'm not really sure. And so on here, it's saying, okay, you were unsure and one is correct. So you didn't get it completely right, but one of these 2 is the correct answer. And do you see how it is light green there? That tells you that you're on the right path. Lipid-soluble hormones communicate with the target cell by, I'm not really sure. So I'm just going to go, well, you know what? I am really, really sure. So I'm going to say I am positive it's this guy. And then I'm going to submit it and it's going to say, yeah, you were right. And then I'm going to go here and I'm going to read this. How do protein kinases affect enzymes? And so we're going to go, I am positive it's this guy. And then it's going to go, oh no, you were sure and you're incorrect. So it's going to go big red there so that you know that you were really, really sure about this, but you were on the completely wrong path. So it's going to have you come back and look at these at the end. And then you can even say, I don't know. So if you go on there, it will give you that red one or the light color there. So these guys right here, you just go through and you can just click them and get exposed to them. And no matter what, even if you get it wrong, as long as you complete these, you're on the right course. That's all that is. So those are basically supposed to simulate as if you were in class. Now, the lesson 1 homework is just like what you were doing earlier in that extra credit assignment. And so basically you can just click on them. And these guys are kind of cool because they'll have some videos in here and then you'll ask questions and you can just submit and it'll tell you if it's incorrect, you can have more attempts. So that's how this works. I'm not going to go a long time over that one because you'll have the extra credit assignment, plus I've already kind of gone over it. So that's this. Now let's go on to lesson 2, blood, because this one has an aspect that I want to show you. Again, if you look, it's set up the same. You have the helpful videos from other instructors. You have my PowerPoint video along with my videos. You have the assignments here. And then if you look down here, there's even something about extra kind of games and summaries to help you to study. But if you look here, there is an extra credit assignment. So I have 2 of these throughout the semester. This is the first one. And these are group projects that you're going to work with 3 to 4 other people. And it's all online. So basically, it's divided into 3 parts. By the end of week 1, you have to email me by D2L and tell me the people that are in your group. And so the rubric is such as this. You're going to be assessed on 3 parts. The first is a group work assessment. So you're going to upload on D2L, provide a link in a document uploaded on D2L. This is worth 3 points. So you are going to utilize a video chatting system, and you're going to meet online and you're going to actually discuss this case study that you're going to be going over that continues and goes over hemophilia or blood clotting, which is an important part of blood. And it's kind of a complicated scenario to understand or process. Scenario is not the right word, but process to understand. And so I've done this with a couple things to help you kind of grasp these concepts a little bit better. So basically what you're going to do is you are going to record each other talking about the case study. Now, what you're going to do before that, though, is you are going to actually print out the case study. And if you look here, it gives you the case study itself. And so if you print it out, this guy is called Black and Blue with Love, a case study in blood clotting. And it's about a little boy by the name of Tristan, and he gets taken to the hospital, and they're wondering initially if he's being beaten by his parents because there's a concern that he is bruising. And so you talk about what could happen, what is going on. This is really cool because you get some panels to analyze and look at. And so this is very much an application-based understanding and study of blood clotting. And so you're going to print this out so that you can answer all the questions yourself first. So that is required. You need to answer all the questions yourself first. And so you're going to do that. And so that is down here with the PDF, the case study. Print out and complete this. And so then what you're going to do is every single student in the group is going to basically fill out the case study themselves. You're going to have that and discuss your answers with your group to see if everybody has the same answers. If you don't, then each person updates it. I'm going to randomly pick one person from the group to grade. So it is important that you work together and you discuss these case studies in detail so that everybody has the same answers at the end. And because you don't know who I'm going to grade. And then at the end, you're going to take your case study and you're going to do a quiz. And what's nice about the quiz is it's only 8 questions. It's going to ask you about the important parts of the case study and how your group members worked. And that you're going to take on your own. I apologize. Here's a link to some possible apps you can use for the web meetings. Here's the PDF. Here is where you submit your video conference meeting. It's due on April 3rd. Do not wait to the last minute to try to do this in case you have any problems. Only one person in the group is going to submit this. This is where you submit the actual case study. For each individual person will have their own. And this is where you will take the quiz. And so you have one of these here, and then you have one of these in the nutrition section. Of course, you do not have to do this, guys. I can't stress that enough. This is an extra credit worth 10 points, and it can help you understand blood clotting in a more in-depth way to help you potentially with the exams. And as you can see, there's just some more. So each one is set up the same. Now in here, here's the exam. I can show you really quick how the practical exam works. And so basically you're going to click on here. This is here to help you to just show you if your computer can handle taking the exams at home. And I'm going to make a separate video to show you how I want you to set up these actual exams. And if you do not follow it exactly the way I ask, you will get a 0. So please, please, please pay attention. But you're going to hit this. When you hit this, it's going to download and install the lockdown browser, which makes it so that you can't have any additional tabs up when you do this. And then you're going to launch it. It's going to open. You have to have a webcam and the Respondus lockdown browser to take it. And I say practice this exam to use it soon so that you understand if it works for your tests or not. And then the exams can be found in here. And so basically, this is the wrap up of how the course is set up. If you have any questions at all, please let me know. And I look forward to seeing you guys on Tuesday. Bye.